What is going on, Scorpio? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the month of August. This is going to cover the first half of August, and then I'll be back with a mid-month reading for you at the middle of the month, right? This is going to be a general reading, and it may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment. I also want to say I definitely appreciate the way that you Scorpios have been coming out and supporting the channel, showing love, liking, subscribing, commenting. I read all of your comments, and I definitely appreciate the comments and the feedback. If this does not resonate with you, though, then check out one of your rising or moon signs, or your rising or moon sign, and also one of the previous readings for Scorpio, because that may be better for you in the month of August. All right. Also, if you guys don't follow me on IG already, I suggest that you do. That's going to be under Chris Anthony 14LBS, and that'll be in the description of the video. Also, if you want a more personalized reading, then email me about that. That'll be in the description. Also, we can set that up for you. Scorpio, what's up? This is going to be your present energy right here that we will be covering. And the setup is a little bit different this month because I'm staying on the move, right? And I do have you guys plugged in. Let me disconnect. Let me show you your futuristic cards over here. And that'll be the supporting details. As always, your main storyline is right here in the middle. Let me plug you back in. All right. So let's hop into it, Scorpio. Crowning your reading, you have the Empress card clarified by the Eight of Wands. Now, your sister sign, Cancer, also had the Empress crowning the reading. So it's something about maybe the water signs right now, or maybe you are very matched up with the Cancer energy for the month of August, that you're coming in with this confidence, this Empress energy, right? The ruler of the empire that you're walking into with. She is all about abundance, creativity, fertility, growth, right? Spirituality, expression. And I feel like for you guys, Scorpio specifically, this month is going to be about the way you're choosing to express yourself, because the Eight of Wands is here talking about communication. Usually it's having to do with back and forth communication, but I do feel like this is just going to be the way that you're choosing to express yourself. You have some things to say, right? Some things or different ways that you want to express how you're feeling, how you want to present yourself to the world. You're bringing out your creativity, right? And your self-expression in the month of August. I feel like you just want to shine in some type of way. Maybe you've been keeping these type of things under wraps for a while, right? Or maybe you've been kind of biting your tongue a little bit and not actually showing your authenticity. Not saying that you've been inauthentic, but I feel like maybe in past months you could have just been in a place where you weren't as vocal as you are feeling in the month of August. There's something about you in August that you just want to speak out. You just want to express. You want to just be center stage or out on Front Street, right? Shining. Even though this is not the star card, which you guys do have the star card in your spread. That's how I know. But with this Empress energy, I just feel like there's something about your creativity that you want to express to the world, or there's some message you want to get out to the world creatively, right? This is all about communication, opening up. So I feel like you are going to have some throat chakra activation that is taking place. That could have been the focus of your transformation in the month of July, because I feel like July was a month for us being set up for August, right? Because there was so much eclipse that happened, and then we had Mercury retrograde, right? And because Mercury was retrograde, which has to do with communication, you could have been in a place, like I said, where you just were not in the right place to express what you wanted to express, maybe to the world, or maybe to some people, or maybe inside of your environment, or even to yourself. So I feel like in August, it's kind of like that slingshot energy that's going to happen, where you're just like, okay, I want to get this out. I got to get this out. I got to spill the beans, right? And you're spilling the beans in some type of way, but it's coming creatively. You're expressing it, I think, very well, too, very eloquently. You know, it's some type of message you're putting out there, and it's very well spoken, very well versed. But it's coming out like fire is kind of what I feel like with this Eight of Wands, because this is fast moving, quick communication that I feel like you're sending out in some type of way. Let's see what the other cards are talking about Four of Swords here, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I do feel like there's a shift that's happening, you know, especially with us coming out of this retrograde energy, coming off of these eclipses that happen in July, where you are going to feel like a karmic shift, right? A shifting of the wheel of fortune, of your destiny. And this does kind of, if it's not bringing you into a place of rest and relaxation, then it's going to be the end of your rest and relaxation. If you've been just chilling out and recuperating and rejuvenating and allowing your energy to, you know, build up, doing some healing work or just focusing on where you want to go in the future, if you had a lot of time to chill out in June and July, then in August, all of that is shifting. And I feel like you're going to be thrusted more into some action, right? Because the Four of Swords I am seeing as a resting period that you had where you were just kind of laying low, right? You needed to deal with some things internally. You needed to just kind of, you know, chill out, rest. That could be shifting. And now you're stepping into your purpose, stepping into your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune, stepping along your path, your life's work, your soul mission, and being called to do this. And whenever the Wheel of Fortune is here, it means that your external world will shift in order to place you on that path of your purpose and your destiny. And we've been talking a lot about this, Scorpio, over the past months. So I do feel like that's going to be coming your way in August. Queen of Wands energy, right? Talking about that action. You are all about that action in August. Like you're wanting to get your hands dirty, play in the dirt, do the work, do whatever it takes to build stability for yourself with the Four of Wands. You're wanting to build a stable foundation. You're wanting to even have a stable connection with somebody. With Four of Wands, this is the marriage card. This is the divine partnership, right? The relationship that is balanced out, equal give and take. Reciprocity is happening inside of this connection. So your focus is kind of focused on that. It's kind of like, you see how this Queen of Wands is looking towards that. I feel like you want to use all of this passion that's coming through in the month of August to build stability in your life, in your relationships, right? In your family, for the future, for your longevity. Queen of Wands is also that social butterfly. I always like when she pops in because this is somebody that's very resourceful and uses their connections, their networking skills, their ability to socialize with other people to get what they want. Not in a manipulative way, but in a way that, you know, you could just use your connections, use your leverage. So you are going to be rubbing shoulders with the right people or partnering up and teaming up with the right people that can bring in longevity into your life, and you can do the same with them. If this is talking about, you know, business partnerships or collaborations in some type of way. But you are going to be on the move in this Queen of Wands energy, right? You're just, because the Empress embodies all four queens, right? This is your overall energy that you're going to be expressing, but the number one queen that's going to be at the forefront, the number one energy, is the fiery Queen of Wands. That is all about action, action, action. Now, she operates in action, but she does it on the feminine principle. So this is more of a attraction, right? Action through attraction is what I kind of like to say the Queen of Wands does, because she wants what she wants and she goes after her passions, her goals, her dreams, but she does it in a way to where she can magnetize those things into her world, right? It's kind of the opposite from what the King of Wands does. He's more proactive, goes out and makes things happen. And Queen of Wands uses her connections. Like, she gets around other people that are, you know, bringing things together, and then she gives them some ideas and shows them how she could collaborate with their idea and connect with their vision, or connect her vision with theirs. So this is all about teamwork, is what she likes to do. She's very diplomatic, right? And a master connector. She is the plug, right? And it's about your stability. Let's keep it moving. 5 of Cups here, clarified by the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about some past disappointment, right? You could have been in that place in July where you were reviewing a lot of the past, thinking about things that did not work out in the emotional realm, relationships, romantic relationships, right? That didn't bring you happiness. And you could have maybe been crying over spilled milk a little bit, or just in a place where you're like, wow, I can't believe that didn't work out. Like, um, but I don't feel like you're dwelling on that energy too much. If you are in the month of August, then the message is to turn around, because you have two of cups that are still standing, right? You have a connection here. So if you were crying about an older connection, that could have been a third party connection, right? Where you were playing third wheel or dealing with somebody who couldn't choose one over the other, then behind you, it seems to be a newer connection that's coming in. Now, in July, I talked about that, where some of you guys were going to be forgetting about or letting go of an older connection, an older soulmate, to welcome in a brand new connection. And that's showing up again with the Ace of Cups. Brand new emotional beginning, brand new opportunity to connect with somebody that is on your same level. Soulmate connection. This is kind of like a divine counterpart that could be coming in, or just somebody that's seeing life the way that you're seeing it. This is a match, right? And a new potential opportunity to create a new relationship with somebody else, but you will have to kind of move on from the past. You will have to not keep replaying the same scenarios over and over again with the Five of Cups energy, and look forward to see what it is you can build in the future. So yeah, this is the message, to not get caught up too much on what has already played out, and look forward to this new beginning. Because if you have the Wheel of Fortune here, a new cycle has begun for you, and along with that new cycle, it's action, it's communication, and also emotional fulfillment that wants to come in. And you guys have been getting this message for a while. Now, let's focus on the Queen of Swords here. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands, and also the Ten of Wands wanted to pop out with it. Queen of Swords energy is very logical, right? You have a lot of different queens here too, like a lot of different characters. The Queen of Wands, and then the Queen of Swords. So some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign or air energy, or it could be a fire sign. Hold on, let me take this off, Scorpio. All right. But there is some type of, I'm seeing some type of connection with this Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords energy. It's almost like you could have the attention of somebody else that is kind of wanting to make a power play or a power move. This could be somebody that's kind of focused on what it is that you're doing, but you're not really paying them any mind. I feel like this is somebody else with the Queen of Wands here. And they're trying to get your attention in some type of way, but you're focused on building your stability, building your future. Like, you're focused on even a connection with somebody else. That's for some of you guys, all right? We'll probably get deeper into that now. For you other people, you could also be taking on the Queen of Swords energy, which I said is very logical, rational, thinking, clear-minded, straightforward, direct in her communication. Does not take any bullshit from anybody else, right? She's very short with the amount of ignorance that she allows into her life, because she has already been through a lot. Now, if this is a Knight of Wands that's coming in, a fire sign that wants to come in and communicate with you, be passionate with you, this could possibly be somebody that wants to come in from the past, that they're coming in from a cycle that has already wrapped up. Ten of Wands energy here. And you could be meeting them with a cold shoulder, because you're like, no, I'm not. I'm good. Like, I've already mourned this connection. Like, it was over, and it still is over for me. But you could have somebody still rolling in on that Mercury retrograde energy, right? Wanting to come back around, circle back around, see what you're doing now, what's new with you, checking in. And I do feel like you are giving them a little bit of a cold shoulder. Not a little bit, a whole lot. Like, nah. Meeting them with the sword. And you could be more so focused on a more mature energy, right? which if somebody is coming in the Queen of Wands energy, and we don't have to get stuck on the gender of it, this is just energetic. But this is somebody that is more stable, right? Somebody that you see that you can have longevity with, where it could be a more balanced situation. The communication is balanced, right? The way of thinking is very similar to yours. There's a good yin and yang to it. It's a match, like I said. So if somebody's coming in as the Knight of Wands that's a little bit more immature, this is kind of like the cycle that you're wanting to close out. Like, you don't want to deal with this type of smaller offer anymore. You want to do bigger and better things. Like, you're in the Empress energy. So any type of communication that's coming through with the Eight of Wands, like, you want it to be on the Empress level, like somebody who can communicate in a mature way, directly. Somebody who knows what they want and where they want to go. Not just someone who's coming in to have a good time. Like, certain aspects of you are past that. Like, at this time in your life, you're looking on to building for the future. Queen of Wands, clarified by the Four of Wands, right? So yeah, that's really what's happening, Scorpio. Like, it's a lot. It's kind of clear with your energy. Like, everything just adds up here. So let's move on to your future energy. We had the Four of Pentacles, the Star card, the Ten of Wands, and then the Seven of Pentacles here. All right, so with the Four of Pentacles, this could be you kind of being, a little held back a little bit with your energy or with your finances, where you're really not wanting to kind of let go of something is kind of what I'm picking up. You kind of have a tight grasp on either yourself or the way that you're spending right now, the way that you're using your energy too. You could be very protective over your energy right now, which is why the Queen of Swords energy was here in your present energy. This could be because you're kind of waiting for something. Seven of Pentacles energy. You're waiting for something to take place. Yeah, this is for some of you guys, this could be you wanting to balance out your finances, bring them more into balance, and get out of that Seven of Pentacles energy, having to wait. And you could have already been in this Four of Pentacles because you just haven't seen any movement, any growth in areas of finances, or in all areas of your life. So I feel like you've been in this Four of Pentacles energy, just like holding yourself back, restricting yourself to a certain type of lifestyle, certain type of environment. I do feel like you're coming out of that though, and I think I've repeated this month after month. So some of you guys are still wanting to kind of keep yourself away from everybody, but I mean, it's your time to shine. Scorpio, with the Star card clarified by the Three of Cups. Right? The Star card, you're wanting to shower your gifts to the world. You're transparent. She doesn't have any clothes on, right? This person is clothed to the fullest. So this is the opposite of the energy that you're going to be in this month. This was the past. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, waiting, nothing is happening, not making anything happen, trying to see if something will come your way. You've grown impatient with that. Now you're creating something for yourself. Like, you're using your gifts, talents, and abilities to bring in abundance. You're also connecting and socializing with other people. Three of Cups here. Just like I said, the Queen of Wands is wanting to do that Queen of Wands energy. You're connecting with people, rubbing shoulders, networking, and showing them that you have something to offer, right? You're also in a place of healing other people with the Star card. This is a healing card where you're using your gifts to heal the world. Some of you guys could be tapping into your spiritual practices, your spiritual gifts, and doing some type of healing, work in the month of August. Inside of social gatherings. Like, I really see this where some of you guys are bringing your spirituality into places where it usually, you know, would not happen. Like you're doing a tarot reading at the club, right? You're at a bar with somebody and doing some type of Reiki healing to heal some type of ailment that they have. Like I feel that you guys are taking it out to different places and it just casually is coming up and you're like, oh yeah, well, you know, I do this. Like I actually am a psychic or I actually can read your energy. I actually can, you know, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, look forward to that happening. I see that you're shining in a type of way where it's almost unorthodox. You're using your spiritual gifts in places where it usually doesn't happen. So that's what's up, Scorpio. Below that, we have the Ten of Wands clarified by the Seven of Cups. Ten of Wands energy, you know, we had that repeated in your present energy already. This is talking about a completion of a burdensome era or cycle that you've been in, where you kind of just work yourself to death almost, like carrying the day-to-day. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, something happened to my camera. Okay, so carrying the everyday burdens of life, right? And carrying out all the different tasks that you had to do just to survive and just to live. This is kind of where you've been at. And I think to a certain extent, it blinded your focus, or all of the work and action activity that you were doing. It kind of got you off path with your life's work, like what you're supposed to be doing for your soul mission. And with the Seven of Cups here, this is talking about having a lot of different options, but being confused on which one to choose. And as you can see in the Ten of Cups, his vision is blinded because you were so busy, just trying to pay the bills, which we definitely want to hold that down and do that. But with the Seven of Cups, you could be coming to a place where you're wanting to make a decision on one path, or focus more so on one path and not have all these different options to choose from. So I do feel like in the month of August, you're wanting to kind of tighten or dwindle down your options into one or two options, or into one area of work that you want to do. And this is what I see with the Star card. I feel like there is some type of creativity or healing that you want to do, spirituality or just self-expression that you want to give to the world in some type of unorthodox way, right? Like inside of social gatherings or connecting and networking with other people. This is what I think you're going to be communicating with this Eight of Wands that I was talking about. Some form of self-expression is being released in August, and it's bringing you some type of like peace, right? It's allowing you to put down this weight that you've been carrying, maybe because you haven't been expressing yourself, or maybe you haven't been choosing a way or avenue to express what it is that you have for the world, and it's been kind of weighing you down a little bit. But I do feel like a release is coming, and you're coming out of this Seven of Pentacles energy right here, choosing a new direction, right? You're choosing to leave this waiting that you've been doing, or, you know, not speaking, not expressing yourself, holding or blocking yourself, even self-sabotage. You're choosing to walk away from that and walk through this portal, Two of Wands, onto this new path, this brand new beginning. And you could have been going back and forth with it for a while with some of you guys, but I feel like there's a decision that you have already made, but you just haven't acted on it yet. And it's going to be action that's taking place in August for you guys, if you haven't already done this. But I feel like because July was Mercury retrograde, was eclipse season, it cleared away a lot of different things, a lot of different options that we all were having. And it brought it down to just one path that's just wide open for you, that you feel like, okay, this is what I want to do. If it didn't happen in July, then I think it's here for you in August. And you're choosing to make that walk down that path less traveled, the road, right, less traveled. Robert Frost poem, how does it go? I don't even know, but I just know it was the road not taken that most people don't take. You're choosing to take this in some type of way. Scorpio, all right, and yeah, you know what's crazy? This month I did pull the fairy cards, and you got the dreamer. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. How does this all make sense? Right? This is what's about to happen. Like, you're embracing your true purpose, beginning a new adventure, and trust yourself when you're doing this. And this is that new path that you're choosing to take. So I'm wrapping it up right there, Scorpio. That's about all that I can say. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel, and I will see you guys mid-month. Later.